It's your girl, Primp and Prop, and I'm back with another Big Girl Talk. Big Girl Talk. You know how we do it. So if you're new to my channel, Big Girl Talk is a segment that I just started on my channel where I give advice or I just talk about real life situations, about my life, being transparent as possible and giving you free game at the same time. So if you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and don't forget to like and comment on this video. So let's get into it. So today, I just want to give some advice and some life lessons that I wish somebody would have told me. Some free game that somebody would have shared with me when I was in my 20s. I'm 31 right now, but in my early 20s, I made a lot of mistakes. And if I just had the proper guidance, I think I would have been a lot farther in life and a lot more, I guess, stable. I'm stable now, but I just feel like I would have been a millionaire already by now if I knew the things that I know now. I'm just going to be real. If I was smart. But that's just how life is. But you guys don't have to go through anything that I went through because I'm here to give you guys free game and tell y'all what I've learned. And it's not just to say, and when you're in your early 20s, if you learn these things now, you set yourself up for your 30s. You know, we want to work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I want to say is, take your time. Take your time. It's just, you don't have to feel like you have life figured out. And do not let social media rush you, because I feel like now social media plays a major part in how people see themselves. And even when I'm on social media, I always see a missing child. Oh my God. What the heck? Okay. Oh my God, there's a missing child. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you don't have to have life figured out, and do not let social media rush you, because even when I'm on social media, I see like these girls, they're like 19, 20, 21, like driving Benz, Range Rovers. Listen, everybody has their process. You don't know what that person had to do to get that. You don't know what family they come from. You don't know who's helping them. You don't know what they had to go through in order for them to have these things in their life. Not saying that it's all bad. Maybe they work hard. Maybe they save their money. You just never know. Maybe they make proper investments. Maybe they had somebody in their life to teach them some things. You just never know. And just because that's not you at the moment does not mean it will never happen. Does not mean you have to rush and go get it. Your time is going to come. Do not be envious of what you see on social media, because that would just set you up and you'll be moving fast and you won't have nothing to your name because you're not thinking smart. You're trying to live for people and not yourself. So do not let social media rush you. Take your time. It's okay if you don't have it figured out. It's okay if you're not where you want to be. You're going through life. You're in your 20s. Just not only take your time, but learn to appreciate the present moment. Learn to appreciate where you are at that time. Enjoy the moments with your friends, your family, just being alive and having fun and doing what you want to do. Just be that. Do not let social media rush you. And if you need to take these social media breaks, go ahead. Listen, because it's make-believe. People are not posting their failures. People are not posting what they're going through. People are not posting when they're down. Listen, live your life and stop looking at other people's life. Learn to enjoy yourself and where you are at the present moment, and knowing that you're going to set up goals to get to where you need to go. That was my dryer. Ignore that. 2 is be okay with losing people along the way. In your 20s, you're going to have, you have your friends that you came from high school, or even the friends that you meet in college. Those people may not be in your life forever. The people, you may make new friends in college that become lifelong friends, and the friends that you have in high school just fall off. And you have to be okay with people leaving. You have to be okay with people changing. You're getting to know who you are. People are allowed to evolve. You have to allow people to evolve and be okay with that. It doesn't even have to be beef. It just means that we outgrew each other, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. That's just growing pains. Like, it's going to happen, and you have to be okay with people leaving your life, and don't feel like oh, is it me, and beat yourself up, or feel lonely that you can't make new friends. Listen, people come and go. It's not saying that your life is going to be a revolving door, but knowing that you enjoyed your time with this person, especially if they were a good friend or whatnot, even if they were a bad friend, because I feel like if you have good friends, they're going to stay in your life. And if people evolve, you have to see like where you are in that present moment with that friendship. Was it good? What did you learn from it? You know what I'm saying? You have to take those things under consideration. Another thing that I want to tell my 20-year-olds is do not try to fit in. Again, with the social media. Be yourself. Be yourself. Excuse me. Be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else. It's too much work to be somebody else when you can just be yourself and people will love you for you. But if you try to be someone else, someone that you're not, when people get around you, you're going to always have to put on a performance. And that's tiring. Like, I don't want to perform my whole life. Like, you're going to have that. No, just stop it. Be yourself, and you're going to feel more comfortable in your own skin being who you are. And people are going to gravitate towards that. But if you put on this perception of being somebody that you're not, you're only going to find either fake people or people who like you just because of that. And once you let those walls down, or once you probably get comfortable or slip up and be yourself, they're like, ew. They're not going to want to be around you because this is not the person they know you to be. Because you was putting up a front because you wanted to fit in. Do not try to fit in. You were made to stand out. Do not try to fit in. Like, you're not going to miss out on anything. Trust me. You see, during the pandemic, I don't remember her name, but I think she's an African young lady. Like, she has like straight backs, and she just was posting videos, like funny little videos, but like on Instagram with sunglasses on. And she'll be like saying little quirky things. She never had makeup on. She had straight backs, not weaving her hair, her real hair, like you would think, in her pajamas, being herself, and that gave her millions of followers, brand deals, sunglasses deals, like, and all she was doing is being herself and being comfortable in her skin. Being who you are will take you a lot farther than trying to be somebody else. Trust me. Like, don't try to fit in. And if they don't like you for who you are, that's not your people. That's not the people for you. And if you want to hang with them because they're popular in your eyes, or that's what's in being in that group, then you need to check yourself. Because you're allowing people to validate you when you should. The only person that you should look to validate you is God and yourself. Can't nobody validate you. If you allow man to validate you, when they bring you up, they will bring you down. They will always make you feel bad about yourself, because you should not give anybody that much power over you. Stop that. We got to nip that in the butt. If you're doing it, nip it in the butt. Trust me. And, okay, this next one, because in my 20s, baby, this was, I think, one of the issues I've had. And I kind of like, I don't want to say I regret it. It gave me wisdom, but I wish I could have redid this differently. Not letting relationships consume my life. Like, I'm talking about relationships with the opposite sex. Because, like, I understand, it's okay to like someone, it's okay to date, but when you get into these long-term relationships, like you dating your high school sweetheart, or someone you met since college, you think you're gonna be together forever, stop thinking y'all gonna be together forever. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but live your life. Do not put so much expectations, because you both are growing, you both are young and trying to figure out life at the same time, and you guys might grow apart, you guys may like other people. Like, do not be so consumed in these relationships that you think if it ends, your life ends. It's not like that. It's not. Life goes on, and there will be plenty of other people for you to date. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Love yourself, because when you love yourself, You won't be so consumed by someone else trying to love you. You won't be trying to search for love. You won't. And when you search for love, you're going to end up with the wrong people who are not for you. You know, like, don't focus so much. I feel like when I was younger, I focused on so much being in love and being with someone. Even though, yeah, I was focused on my money. I had jobs, but I felt like those relationships took a lot from me emotionally. So where I could have put that energy somewhere else, but it was consumed by all the I was only in like 2 relationships in my 20s, like, that really kind of drained me emotionally. So it's just like that energy could have went towards something else that could have built me up instead of tearing me down. And you know, that healing process is difficult because when you're young, especially if you have the background like me, like, I wasn't raised in church, so I didn't find out about the proper way of healing, going to God, pray, fasting, this and that, reading your word, getting to know yourself. I didn't know that until I got saved when I was like 23. But going through that process, I don't think I fully went through it. I think I'm still going through it now, but like 25 is when I really tried to, try to heal and read books, self-help books and things like that. But when you're some people don't have that background, and when you're in your early 20s, it's just like you want to hurry up and get over it, because this is the culture we're living in. City girl, like, date one person, date another person, so you never give yourself time to heal, and then you turn into something that you're not. Hurt people. You turn into that like, I don't want to say genre, but you turn into that. Give yourself time to grow. Not only grow in the relationship, grow as an individual. Look, yes, you guys may be together. You guys, that may be your husband, but do not put so much expectation. Just enjoy the moment. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm okay with it. Don't let it consume your life. Still focus on what you need to focus on. If that person takes away from your goals, that's not the person for you. That's just real. That's not the person for you. And I felt like that was one of my thing, because I dated people who weren't on my level. And I'm not saying that to be cocky, but it's just like, we wanted different things in life. Like, I wanted to be a business owner, and this person didn't know what the heck they want to do, and which is normal because you're in your 20s. But that person didn't even have any ambition to do anything. And I was like, so when it was time to celebrate me, when I opened my first business at the age of like 19 years old, that person didn't clap for me. And this is the person I used to sleep with, because I was having sex when I was around that age. This is the person I used to sleep with, and he didn't even clap for me. He never asked about my business, never sowed a seed into it, never even helped me package orders or even go to any events with me. Because he did not see it for himself, how could he see it for me? And that's when you get into this relationship, and that person will kind of be jealous of you, because it's just like, that person already sees you're outgrowing them. And here you are, because you love them and you're trying to keep them in your life, when God is telling you, like, this is not the person for you. But since you're in love and you let that relationship become so a part of your life, you don't want to let go. You feel like you gotta take this person with you, and God is telling you no. That season is over. Knowing when to shift when the season is over. Knowing when to shift when this season is over, when people's seasons in your life is over, knowing when to shift and being okay with it. It's gonna hurt because you love these people. It's hard to let go, but you have to let go. It's only gonna hurt you in the end if you keep holding on to people who are not for you. Trust me. Been there, done that. Oh, another big thing. Save your money. Save your money. Save your money. When you're living at your mama's house, your parents' house, save your money, and do not be in such a rush to move out. I know, unless, I hear crazy circumstances where parents are over the top strict, you can't even live your life, there's no peace in your home, then okay, I feel like it's worth it. It's worth you working hard and getting your own space, because you become more independent, and you have that peace of mind. You don't want to be nowhere where there's no peace. Like, you don't want to, your house is supposed to be a sanctuary. Your house is supposed to be a house of peace where you lay your head. So if your parents' house is not a house of peace, I don't blame you. Get out. But if that's not the case for you, do not be so in a rush to move out where you live rent free. Like, don't. This is the time where you magnify, like, your funds. This is the time where you save. This is the time where you make money, you make investments, because your parents is not making you pay bills. And if they are making you pay bills, it's like little petty bills, not no rent. Because rent in Florida is ridiculous. Rent in Houston is almost there. Okay, it's not that cheap, but you can survive. So definitely saving, like setting up a percentage for you to save out of each check and being disciplined. You know what I used to do growing up? I know I would touch the money, because if I wanted something and I know I had the money, I don't care if it's in my savings. If I see it in my savings, I'm going to transfer funds and buy it. So what I did was I would set up other different accounts at different banks, and I would tell them not to email me the statements. Don't even mail it to me. I don't want to see. Or I'll mail the statements somewhere else. Like, I wouldn't even open them, because that's like me hiding money from myself. I have to do it because I know my weakness and I know how I am. You have to know you. So that's how I was able to save money. And I would I had direct deposit. So from my main account, it would automatically deposit into that other account that I had hidden at another bank. So it'll deposit like $300 every 2 weeks, and it'll just, stay there. I will forget about it anyway, but I'll know that it's over there. And then after time, you racked up shawty. Okay, you racked up shawty. So definitely, and I used to do this thing called ISO. I don't know what other nationalities call it, but Haitians call it ISO. I used to do that a lot in my younger days, because I've been working since I was 14. So I've done that. That's how I was able to buy my first car when I was like 16. I bought my first car. So, and it was like for $3,200. Yeah. So definitely save. Do not learn the value of money and what you can do with it. Like, do not just spend money frivolously. Like, do not just spend money, because it's so easy for us to spend money, because we got to live our life. We don't want to always ask our parents for money. I know you guys don't, especially in your 20s. You want to go on trips. You want to go out to eat with your friends. You want to buy clothes. You want to buy hair. Hair is so expensive. Jesus, ridiculous. But definitely saving. All that stuff can wait, because you're working on a goal. You have to have a goal. Like, and I think what motivates people, if they say they're saving for something, because young people do not want to think like, oh, I'm saving for a rainy day. Y'all don't like to we don't like to think like that. Like, we live life, people in their 20s live life on the edge. I was there, I get it. But definitely, if you have to put a goal, like, okay, I'm saving for my dream car, I'm saving for this, so that will kind of motivate you not to touch the money, because you set up a goal. Because once you reach the goal, you're going to have this as a reward. So yeah, but don't go broke on the reward, you guys. Like, save your money, stash the money for a rainy day, because you're going to need it. Because I done been fired from every job I had, most of the jobs I had. So yeah, you just never know. Cars break down. It's just good to have that cushion. Look at 2008, a recession hit. People lost their jobs. Jobs cut hours. Last year, 2020, when the whole pandemic hit, some people didn't have that cushion. They were broke. And another thing, learning the value of credit. Luckily, I didn't know what I could do with credit, but I had good credit in my early 20s because of my mom. So at the age of like 20, 21, I had a 720 credit score. So I've always known to have a good credit score, but I didn't know what you can do with a good credit. I didn't know the value of having good credit. So that I can say. I just know you had to have good credit. That's one of the things that you had to have. So I would recommend anybody, if you have parents, have them, I don't care how old you are. You could be in your early 20s, 19, 18, 17, 16, whatever. Pass this message along. Have your parents add you as an authorized user, and only if your parent is responsible and pay their bills on time. Okay? And have them add you as an authorized user on their credit card. You don't have to use the credit card. and just when they make their monthly payments on time, it's going to be a positive inquiry on your credit. I recommend parents do that as well. It just gives you a jump start, because having good credit is so beneficial. You can own a home before you're 25, because if you save how you're supposed to save, and you have good credit, listen, I know Florida is a little high right now, but buying property is definitely what's key, is building generational wealth. And it's just a market that's never going to go down. Even if it goes down, it just comes back up, because something about real estate, owning is in. You got to own something. Do not be one of those people that have all the brands on them and don't own nothing. I know you see all this behind me, but I own stuff, okay? I own something. Invest your money. So stocks, I got into stocks last year. My brother was been telling me about it, but child, I was scared. But stocks is not the only way you can invest your money. You can invest your money in like not only stocks, but you can invest your money in other places. And you can look that up, like social media, especially TikTok. You learn so much from TikTok and where you can invest your money, as well as Google. Find what interests you. Find what, everything is a risk though. When you invest, investing is a risk. There's a risk accumulated with investing, but it's beneficial because you're going to gain more than you lose if you're smart about it. So finding the right investments. Don't be scared to make investments, because look at the people from Facebook that started Facebook. Like, they didn't take that risk in doing something that nobody else was not doing, or something that was so innovative. Where would they be? They wouldn't be billionaires. They wouldn't be who they are right now. So don't be afraid to invest and take the risk. When you take the risk, okay, it can bless your life. It can bless your life, okay? Spend less and save more. Spend less and save more. Trust me. Because I was thinking, like, instead of buying... Oh my gosh. If I was smart in investing in my money, instead of putting like rims on my car and candy painting my car, I could have bought a property in 2008 when the recession hit. Yeah, I could have bought like a duplex, even if it was run down. Like, I would eventually fix it. Definitely could have bought some land in my area, okay, because they were so cheap, and that was like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Sometimes you got to catch these waves. There's waves. It's like unfortunate situations happen, but if you catch that wave, you'll be blessed. Because you see how it was, you know, a lot of people lost their house, but a lot of people came up. A lot of people bought these foreclosed homes and were able to build generational wealth and make millions of dollars. Some people even made trillions of dollars. But if you don't know, you don't know. You know? You don't know. So I didn't know. I knew the recession was happening. I knew people were losing their house, but I just didn't think I could buy the house. Another way where you can make extra money, always try to reinvent yourself, especially with social media. I feel like if you're on social media just to post pictures, yeah, it's cute, unless you're, I don't know, it's cute posting pictures, but you can really make money off social media. You can really capitalize off of it. You see how many, just don't be famous. Don't be trying to go viral, you know? I don't know, I just got so off the topic. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, cut that. Last but not least. Oh no, this is not that. Another thing, hang around like-minded people. So when you lose friends and you're making new friends, or you're making new friends, hang around people who have the same mindset as you, or people who are where you want to be. Okay, that's not just your 20s. That's for people of all generations, all ages. Hang with people that's like-minded. Like, don't try to hang with people that don't fit your life, that don't fit who you are. I don't care if they live in the same neighborhood as you. If they don't have the same mindset as you, they're only going to pull you away, unless you're going to be the leader to pull them out of the mindset that they're in. But 9 out of 10, it don't work out like that. You end up following them. So being a leader and hanging around like-minded people, I don't know what else to say. But last but not least, live your life. People in your 20s, live your life. Be happy. Because I see a lot of young kids are depressed, and I get it. Been there, done that. Been there, I've been there. I understand where you're coming from, because it's hard. It's pressure. It's pressure. I get it. But let me tell you. Life only gets harder. I'm sorry to burst it. So just don't let it consume you. What you're worried about is nothing. Trust me. What you're worried about is going to work out. Life, that's a part of life. It's called growing. I like to call it growing pains. It's bittersweet, where you're going through something tragic, or you're going through something that seems like a low point in your life, but it's going to turn around. Especially if you believe in God. Like, God is going to make it work out in your favor. You have to change your perception and think, like, what did I learn from this? What did I learn? What am I learning right now at this present moment? What could I have done different? So if this reoccurs, you know what not to do and you know what to do. So living your life to the fullest. Have fun. Get out there. Life is too short for you to be stressing about people, stressing about things that won't matter in 5 years from now. Think about it. If it won't matter 5 years from now, just go with the flow. Forget, don't even worry about it. Give it to God. Don't even worry about it. Live your life. Love yourself. You're doing a great job. Clap for yourself. You may not be where you want to be, but you're working towards it. I remember in my 20s, like, I always felt stuck. I always felt like, especially with business, I'm like, it wouldn't work out. I would get fired from a job, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to pursue entrepreneurship, and then I wouldn't make any money. Like, okay, my camera just died, and I feel like my camera is just out of focus now. Like, I just shifted it, and you guys might see me in a different frame. Sorry about that. My camera died, and I had to switch the battery. But where did I leave off? Live your life. Like I said, what was it? I think I was explaining something. I wouldn't make money when I started to pursue entrepreneurship, and I was like, well, God, I'd be like, God, what are you, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I feel like I'm not living in purpose. I feel like I'm in lack. I feel like I'm not where I want to be. Like, I'm supposed to be this boss. I'm supposed to be this person. I see my life and living in luxury. I feel like I need to help my mom. I'm not even able to help my mom, help the people around me, not even help myself. So I felt like less than. I felt like a bum. And if you know me personally, you probably like, girl, you was not a bum. But I felt like that internally, because I let what was going on around me consume me. I let, like, me going through life where I, like, instead of me learning from my mistakes in business or what didn't work out, I just was, like, kind of down about it. You know, and that took a toll on me, because I would always try to go find a job instead of trying to work it out and seeing what I could do different and make this work. I would go find a job, another dead-end job that I was not happy at, and I would end up getting fired, and then have to try entrepreneurship because God already has me here. And you'll pray about something like, oh yeah, God, I want to work for myself. I don't want to work for anybody. And then you get fired. And I never quit because I'm too scared to quit, because I want to have all my ducks in a row and think I have it all figured out. And then I get fired, so now I'm forced into entrepreneurship. Then I'm like, oh, this is too much. But yeah, that's a constant thing that I had to go through. And I felt like if I was really just living my, like, just being happy with the present moment and not worrying about bills and really doing what I wanted to do, doing what makes me happy, I would have been a lot farther than where I am right now. I feel like doing what makes you happy is so important. I don't care who it upsets. Do what makes you happy. You shouldn't care who it upsets, because if you're happy, you won't regret it. And if they love you, they shouldn't have a problem with you making yourself happy. That's weird. Okay? And you know, sometimes parents, they don't get it, then later on they'll get it, because you ain't got to worry about them. They don't live their life. Okay? That's how I feel. You lived your life how you wanted to live your life, and here we are. Now it's time for me to live my life. So don't you go hating on me. Because parents be trying to, Betty Sue, you already lived your life. Let me live mine, sis. I always gotta check my mom about that. Like, sis, you done lived your life. You chose the course of your life. Let me do me. Yes, you can give me advice. Listen to your parents' advice, because I'm not even gonna lie, they be preaching the gospel because they went through it. They have wisdom. They have something that we don't have because they've been through life. And I know times have changed, but people don't change. Like the kind of people, like, you know. So it may be a different time, but it's still relevant. It still can be used as advice. It's called wisdom. No matter, like, look at the Bible. The Bible is so old, but we still can apply it to life today. So do not neglect your parents' advice. You know, you can cipher through because, you know, sometimes they be a little judgmental and they be a little biased, but definitely take heed to their advice and do what makes you happy. Do not be depressed. Life is going to work out. Do not beat yourself up. You're going to make it. You're going to be successful. Do not worry. Do not try to fit in. Be yourself. Love yourself. Live your life. Be happy. Be happy. Be happy with yourself, not just when you're around people. Be happy with yourself. You deserve it. You really do. You deserve everything you're asking for. You deserve everything you dream of. Don't forget to work for it. Set up the goals. Set your goals. Crush them. Do not neglect that life is too short. So don't hold grudges against people. Move forward with your life. Do not become the people who hurt people. Heal. Not just from past relationships, but from family drama, family trauma, childhood trauma. Heal. So you can be a better person in your 30s. Or just a better person in general. A better person in this world. You got this. To all my girls in their 20s, live it up. Live your best life. Get in shape. Get that body right. Get that mental right. Do not let nobody play with you. Do not let nobody treat you like you average. Do not let nobody treat you like you mediocre, because you're not. You're not, sis. You're not mediocre. I don't care how much you love somebody. If they don't treat you how you're supposed to be treated, if you have to walk on your tippy toes around that person because you can't be you because you're afraid of getting them upset, that's not a person for you. You got to leave. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to let go. I know it's going to be uncomfortable. I know, I get it. This is what you're comfortable with, but you have to get out of that, because what you're comfortable with, you can't grow because you're so comfortable. You're going to remain stagnant. I don't want you to be stagnant. I want you to grow. I need you to grow. I need you to be who God called you to be, because we need you in this world. We need you. Okay? You're in your 20s. It's going to work itself out. Don't beat yourself up. Okay? Trust me. I beat myself up a lot. But look where I am today. Look at what I'm telling you. So if it worked out for me, it's going to work out for you. Okay? I ain't do nothing spectacular. I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of dumb decisions. I held myself back. Don't you hold yourself back. Get this money and gang. Live your life and gang. That's it for this. Is before I forget, another thing that I want to mention to people in their 20s is watch your attitude. Have a better attitude, because I remember coming up, I had a very bad attitude. Like, you have this either attitude like you know it all or can't nobody tell you nothing. Cancel that. Cancel that. That will only hold you back. It'll hold you back from meeting new people. It'll hold you back from new opportunities, because you're sending out negative energy, and nothing positive is going to come back to you because how negative you are. Nobody wants to be around somebody that has attitude all the time. You're only going to attract those negative people, so you're going to be in negative circles. So change the way you treat people. And when people have attitudes like that, when young girls have attitudes like that, it's because they're dealing with something internally. Now that I've gone through it and I've healed through certain things, I realize that you're going through something internally where you express it, and the easiest way to express it is through anger. That's the easier way to express sadness, is through anger. And that's where that attitude comes from, because something ain't going right at home, or you're dealing with a broken heart, nobody, or you feel like you're not seen, you feel like you're not heard. But listen, you have to heal from that. And I'm telling you, in your 20s, find God. Find God. Find God. I found God in my 20s, my early 20s. I didn't even realize that I got saved so young. I felt like I was late in the game. I got saved when I was 23, about to be 24. I was like a couple months shy from being 24 years old. And I felt like it kept me from a lot of things, because I felt like my life was going through a downward spiral. So it really kept me, yeah, it definitely did. Because I don't know, if I wasn't saved, I can only imagine where I would be today. I wouldn't be right here. Eventually, I think God would redirect me, but I was so stubborn, I didn't know where I wanted to go. I knew I had an idea where I wanted to be, but I don't feel like I had the wisdom. And when you have that know-it-all attitude, or nobody can't tell you nothing, you're not going to get ahead in life. You need people. You need people to give you wisdom, give you advice. You need people. You just need people. Stop. Don't neglect that. You're going to need people. I'm never going to be like, I don't need nobody. I need people. I need my community. I need people. So remember, stop with the attitude. That's another. Do not have a bad attitude. A bitter, distasteful attitude. Like, that's not cute. Cut it out. Please, please. Stop acting like walking around here like, who hurt you? Heal. Heal. My 20-year-olds. My message advice is heal. Stop jumping into new relationships. Stop jumping into new friendships before you heal from the past situation. Heal. Find God in the darkness. But that's it for Big Girl Talk. If you have any questions, y'all can DM me on Instagram or write me on in the comments. I always reply back. I have my notifications on. So if you have any questions about building credit or saving, anything about life, DM me. Comment. Do not forget to like and comment this video. If you like this Big Girl Talk segment on my YouTube channel, do not forget to like and comment. Bye, you guys. Love you. It's Big Girl Talk. What's good?